because that was a missed opportunity.
Live now, Joe.
No,
Live now.
you hit live too late. We missed a good opportunity there.
Because of the trailer.
Ah.
Hi.
You're all whole 30s now.
Hi.
Hold on.
How's it going,
Yeah,
people?
I don't think you can hold a boner sideways.
Well, you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't.
It's like that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean where he knocks him off by the mast.
Oh, there's a mask involved. That's for sure.
Fuck, man. Tonight's gonna be a fun one. We got some fun movies tonight, which I will show you right now before we really get into the nonsense and all the other craziness we do. But tonight we are talking Good Boys and the 4:30 movie. We're gonna kick it off with the 4:30 movie. Both funny movies. Both funny fucking movies. And it feels good to hit on these type of movies. It was fun with Harry Potter, but it feels good to hit on these type of
we're past the wizarding world.
Yeah, now we're on the wizarding world, I guess. Close to it.
And now we're in something else.
Yeah, some shit.
Well, you pretty much said you just want to have fun with this right now. Like you want to do some fun ones, right?
Yeah. Well, for after the friend, which I think we should really start looking into, like after the franchise, because sometimes it could be a burnout because you're talking about the same story for a few weeks, sometimes a couple months, depending on the movies. And I'm like, let's do something fun, funny, ridiculous after, just to kind of loosen us back up, and then we'll get back to the wheel. And all that good shit.
By the way, I don't recall who did it, but Mick, you suggested the 4:30 movie, but Good Boys. Mm-hmm. That was a suggestion via the Popcorn and Pints Twitter a while ago. I had initially watched it and fucking cracked up, and I told you guys to watch it. And then James is the one that brought it up when we talked about just doing something fun and raunchy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So good thinking, James. But
Yeah.
shout out to the Twitter follower that even brought Good Boys to our attention because I had not heard of it.
Which maybe down the road we'll try to shout you out with your once we get these things better. Pay attention. You'll see people.
I got to start paying attention to the Twitter. That's what it is.
But we're talking about the movie though, and
run away from the Twitter.
I'm not calling it X, and I'm certainly not paying for it. That's for sure.
I'm not doing either one of those either. Just calling it Twitter and sharing whatever I share on there when I share, and that's pretty much it.
I don't know.
But before we, oh yeah, fuck Jake Paul too.
Mm-hmm.
No bragging rights fighting an old man. That's actually weird. But fight someone your own age, your own size, and that actually boxes. You did it once and you lost. Just saying. But that's not why we're here. We are here to talk about these fun ass movies. But before we get into that, how are you gentlemen doing tonight? How's it going tonight for you, Mick? How's it going over there in McLean?
Okay, I'm okay. I'm just doing my thing. It's Saturday. I didn't sleep very well last night after a very fun time on Sturdovision.
Oh, I get paid Tuesday. I will order those nightlights for you and get them sent to you, so you can sleep better.
Are you too scared to sleep in the dark? Is that Is that what it is,
dude? Sturdy,
he's 6'8", scared of the dark.
Hey, what's up, Dale?
Hey, Dale, how's it going, man? Appreciate you.
Sturdy, I meant to tell you. Actually, I meant to tell all you guys. I'm glad we're here. Oh, that's why I saved it for the show specifically. Oh, I can't talk. We're talking about 4:30 movie. Fuck. It pertains to a story I told about Candyman yesterday in a boy-girl party. That's why. It's the only thing.
Yeah. Definitely save it for the next movie. Which this one we don't. Let's get to the basics because which I'm gonna ask this on the live because James did ask this pre-show about a whole punishment thing.
I'm tired.
I want to ask this on the live, and Dale, you're here, right? So
no, I think James gets a punishment movie.
Okay, fine. Fuck it. He gets a punishment movie.
That's fine. I feel so bad because I think I threw that out into the universe.
It's fine.
I didn't finish.
It's my fault. I forgot. I started the movie, got 20 minutes in it. I had to go somewhere. And then when I watched Good Boys, I thought I finished it. So I was like, oh, I'm done with the movies. Yeah. Until tonight, I'm getting set up here. And I'm looking at the cover Aaron put. I'm like, why don't I remember that movie? And I go, oh, shit. I never finished it.
We're going to talk about this movie that James has seen at best 20 minutes of.
That's I can even remember that. The first 20 minutes is just meeting the kids and them just sitting around and doing shit.
He didn't even watch it until any plot really developed,
Exactly.
or at least any larger aspects of the plot.
Yeah. So we are not spinning the regular wheel this week because we have.
Did you add my two? Did you add my two suggestions into the punishment wheel? Because I forgot there was a wheel when I just thought about those.
I seen one of those. I forgot what it was.
Sturdy, pull your mic in front of you.
What were they?
One was Jack and Jill.
I seen that.
And the other was from Justin to Kelly.
I seen that. I seen them both.
Well, Jaws 4.
I'm gonna add those on here, just hoping that when I do spin the wheel, James gets one of those movies.
You could put fucking Star Trek 4 in there because that was fucking awful too.
Oh,
we seen it already.
4?
Don't count.
Yeah, the goddamn whale movie.
Oh, I like it.
Ew. I don't want to watch that.
Exactly. That's why it's the punishment.
But yeah, let's get into this, guys. The 4:30 movie.
Yep.
Hilarious.
Well, when I finished this movie, because it's a Kevin Smith movie, it's set in the 80s, which kind of leads into his like all after credits or before credits type scene there where they're sitting outside the Quick Stop into the 90s. But I get like a Kevin Smith's attempt at a John Hughes movie is what this feels like to me. And I don't mind it. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed the characters. I had that same kind of, I don't know. I think he chased that John Hughes feeling. I got it a little bit. Like, I felt like I had flashes of like Breakfast Club and the 80s movies that we've watched so far on the podcast. When it came to just like the characters interaction, and it was story driven. There's not a lot going on action wise or anything like that. This is all story.
Man. Well, you guys, what you guys think of it?
I had a good time with it. And you were saying it was kind of Kevin Smith's story, Mick, right?
Yeah, from when that sort of autobiographical. The lead kid was him.
Yeah, but I had a good time with it. I liked how, because from knowing that and then knowing like what he became, and how just a scene I'll pull out really quick is where after him and his friends get banned from the movie theater, when he's sitting on the steps and he's going back and forth with the lady the woman that works there, and she's getting ready to go to school to get into what she wants to do, and she's telling him, she's like, "You're gonna be a director one day or whatever." She was like, you come to the movies. Yes, you love movies, but you're coming here for a different reason. I forgot what she said verbatim, but what she said.
I got it. I can say it for you.
So, no, because I was actually going to ask you, was that your feeling when you were doing film? And did you connect with this film at all? How did you connect with this film? Because again, you're our friend that actually, did all this and was a director.
Grew up there. Did the same shit. Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. It's a magical, whimsical feeling of like one be filmmaking and that stuff. Like, it's one thing if you're a fan of movies and watching movies and understanding that portion of it. It's just a whole different world when it's open up to wanting to understand everything behind going and what goes into it and all that stuff. So I really enjoyed this movie. This is one of the best, but I look at it as like Clerks, the prequel, and it's on those filmmaking levels because that is personal to me. So I do get like why maybe it wouldn't for others, but I like his agenda right now of trying to push, hey, go out and make, start a new independent renaissance sort of thing. Like, filmmakers, get out there and make your movies. So for this it was really cool to watch and also listen.
So I know he bought the theater in his hometown. Did he buy it to film this movie, or was that something different?
No, he bought the theater and he shows old movies in it or does special events and stuff like that. He's going to distribute his movies now through it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he'll take them on tour too. But like they start out in his theater and they'll play there. So like if you want to go see Kevin Smith's new movie, go to the theater. He also bought the Quick Stop and that whole area, and that's a podcasting studio now. And
that's
more.
awesome. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, I like Kevin Smith. He's an interesting case study because is he probably like one of the most famous independent movie makers. Like he did Clerks, and it kind of established yourself. You had things like Chasing Amy and everything that came after that. And then I feel like he got into more big budget movies, and people like, and then the popular opinion was that he's fucking overrated or something like that.
Like
so
he did Dogma, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's kind of back in these more independent type movies, but I've always fucking respected him. Like it's an interesting career path that he's been on when it's come to the movies he's made. Like what was the one he did with Justin Long was it something with the teeth or
Husk?
Yeah.
That was a weird fucking movie.
That was a weird movie.
But like is like an indie director that started getting too popular. Like shit was just being thrown his way.
Yeah, he was too special. And to me, he's too special a filmmaker. Like he has a signature to him.
Yeah.
Like John Hughes or others that we talk about. And they tried to capitalize on his signature because like Chasing Amy did well, and like Clerks did really well, and then like Chasing Amy did well, and then Dogma. So, but it just you can't do that. It's a Christopher Nolan's a perfect example of that. Steven Spielberg, like trying to contain that signature, that special thing about somebody, like you're gonna stifle it in some weird way.
Yeah, it was weird because it's like these indie movies start doing well. Clerks, Chasing Amy, Mallrats, like they're getting attention, they're getting that kind of cult following, and now you want to throw a big budget at that to try to make that more widespread, just because of the way people love that, and like that doesn't mix.
There needs to be more of an oversight with not from anybody but within the studio systems of like talking about it and saying, okay, listen, we need to stop striving for every movie we make to get to number one at the box office. It's not going to happen. And no longer does it look good for a movie that's like $10 million in budget to make $20 million. They don't like that. That's not a darling. But we need to start evaluating it to a point where it's like, okay, yes, these movies we've spent X amount of dollars on, we expect to make X amount of dollars on. And be number one or number two or number three at the box office. But we got to start like shining a light on like these ones that get 8, 9, and 10 that cost maybe $1 million to make and now are making 25, 20, 30 million. And the reason I bring that up is like because like you'll see more of this pushed out there that way.
I fucking hope so.
Like if you start focusing we don't even focus on the back 5 really of the top 10 of the box office weekend. So that's where the Kevin Smiths generally like rest, or in the top 20. And that's where we need to look if we want to.
And it's weird just using the terminology like the back 5 or, top 20, but yet they're still making money compared to what it took to make those movies. Like they're successful, but if it's not in that top 3, like just mainstream doesn't care. Doesn't think to go see it or anything like that.
Like if I asked you Beetlejuice, would you guys say was that a hit or a bomb?
I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it.
Just even by thinking about
I would assume it was a hit.
I would assume too.
It finally became a hit this month, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong. There should be nothing wrong. It gained its box office back. It was in theaters since September into November, made its, and then now it's a hit or whatever. It's made its money and plus some. So it just bugs me that we got to a point where it's like, if it's not opening weekend, then the movie sucks.
And that's stupid because there's some movies that are just awesome movies. They're just not like that open box office hit. But once you go and sit down and watch that movie, you're like, yo,
Well, there's the streaming equivalent where shows are getting canceled when they don't get millions of views in their first month either now. Well, because there's so many shows popping up on all the streaming services. Literally, if you can't bring in 1 million views in a week, you're fucking canceled already.
Yeah, and thank you for saying that too, because I didn't even think about it from the streaming. I was saying from the movie standpoint and the box office totals. But yeah, the streaming wise, like, guys, like you can pattern budgets. People, you have like these niche things that people will watch. Like, why can't you pattern budgets to that and be like, all right, this wing that makes all Hallmark like romance things, here is your yearly budget. Go out. We need this many movies made. You know, and you guys figure that out in that department, but they won't do it now. It's like, yeah, you're right. If it's not 1 million streams in a week, like, you got to match it up right.
Yeah, but I'm going to start bringing bacon to movies, and I think we need to normalize that.
Bacon.
I think we need to normalize movie bacon.
But he's sticking it with his pockets.
He had it wrapped in tinfoil. I don't know. I've never had just bacon. Yeah, I've never had just bacon with mayonnaise on it like they did in this one, because there was that reference.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I did that before.
I
eat BLTs with mayonnaise, so I had bacon.
Yeah, but that's different. You're not just. You don't have fucking a handful of bacon with like mayo.
No, I had like 2 slices of bacon with mayo on it that I ate by itself.
I have this like gator sauce that I really like, and sometimes, like, if I have a crispy bacon, I'll dip it in that. But that's as far as I'm going. I don't think I wouldn't even dip it in like cheese. And I understand that, like, you can have bacon cheeseburgers and all that shit, but like,
wait a minute,
there's just something wrong with, hey, I have like treating bacon like they're mozzarella sticks.
No, see, you're not wrong. I love bacon and I love it mixed in with foods and shit like that. But the bacon culture's gone too far. Like bacon and ice cream.
Oh no! Listen! Don't knock it until you try it, man. Do not listen.
I had milkshake with bacon bits in it.
Yes, it's gone too far.
No, it's good as shit.
It's just salty. We don't really taste the bacon. It's just salty. But Mick, you better take that back. you don't talk bad about cheese. Bacon will go on the cheese.
No. I didn't talk bad about cheese. Talking bad about no.
He's talking about dipping bacon in it like it's a mozzarella stick and marinara sauce.
Hey, I'll do it. So don't talk bad.
Yo, James is the type of dude. You can say whatever about my mother, but you talk about you.
Don't disrespect cheese.
That's it. That's it.
I enjoyed the Method Man cameo in this.
Yes,
one. That was pretty funny.
Fucking funny. He said Gandhi's not real.
Gandhi's not real. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's real, man.
But Star Wars is real, so we finally got our answer.
But Star Wars is real.
Yep.
That shit happened.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Freaking Rosario Dawson in this too. I mean, they're all friends. Like, Kevin Smith's really good at making friends.
He is,
and like genuine friends. I feel.
Yep.
Like working with him.
That is another interesting thing about Kevin Smith. It's like a specific group of actors you expect to see when he makes these movies. Like Jason Lee, I had almost fucking forgot about, and he popped up in this. But Ken Jeong as the theater manager, I thought he was fucking fantastic when he pulled up in his movie mobile.
Yeah, oh my god, the movie mobile, the fucking movie mobile,
and some of my favorite scenes in this movie are where he's talking about the phone calls he's on when they get the emergency breakthrough from the kid's mom.
That was, oh my god!
You too good to say you love your mother. That dude, that's fuck. I get. It felt like home. It wasn't a good feeling. No.
So basically, this movie is about he gets a date and he's got to go to this movie theater, but something happens where he gets to get out of the theater and they got to find a way to sneak in. Right? That's basically the story.
A little bit.
Yeah, basically.
They go to see. I forgot what the actual name of the movie is. They go in to see because they're not old enough to get the.
Was it like some ass slicker or?
No, I was getting there.
Blaster and the
Astro Blaster, and then like the overly sexual 17-year-old goes up and asks for a ticket for Ass Blaster and tries to hit on the fucking girl handing out the tickets.
Yeah, that's fucking funny.
37. Yeah, this movie is fucking
37.
This movie's funny. This movie was funny.
What about their fucking redheaded friend who is in line?
Who looks like a young fucking Robert Englund.
He's in line to get candy or fucking snacks or whatever, and he's talking to the little kid, and he's like, "I'm going to tell my dad about him cutting a line." He's like, "I don't give a shit what you tell your dad."
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Yo,
and then he gets his dad. He's like, "Dad, he showed me his privates."
He got kicked out. He's like, "No, I didn't."
And I like that. I like that in the 80s, it was just handled by, "You get out. You're not allowed back, pervert."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No investigation. No nothing.
Still lingering outside.
And honestly, what makes that funnier is he ends up trying to jerk off in the bathroom later on.
Yep. In the same building. Same building.
His friends sneak him back in, and then he sees a more X-rated drawing on the fucking bathroom stall and just starts trying to jerk off, and they catch him.
Oh my god.
That's fucking perfect.
It was
so wild.
One of those that was. It was one of those that like it didn't get as. Well, it did at some points, but not as ridiculous as the next one, which I can't wait to see.
Well, hold on. The most ridiculous thing in this movie are the fucking fake trailers. When they're fucking sitting in the theater waiting for Astro Blasters. Fucking Sister Sugar Walls.
I want to see that. Needs to be a movie.
Brilliant.
I'm watching this. I'm like, this is amazing. The fact that they came up with this idea of a nun moonlighting as a fucking prostitute to feed the children. Sister Sugar Walls.
Wow.
Sister Sugar Walls.
I was fucking cracking up. Like, I thought the rest of the movie was just going to be them watching the trailers, and I was kind of hoping for it, just for ridiculous stuff to fucking like Mystery Science Theater 3000 or something like that.
Oh my god.
What about? And then there's the fucking Jason Biggs shows up in the fake trailer for Booties. The aliens he goes to take a shit in the outhouse. And the alien that jumps into his ass and makes him explode or something. I don't even know what was going on. It's just called Booties.
Making fun of Ghoulies.
Mm-hmm. Is that what it is? All right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Or like paying homage to it, you know. I don't think he's making fun of stuff. I think he's just
they're paying homage to stuff because there's all kinds of references, the after credit scenes or anything else.
Yeah.
Movie related type stuff that comes up in this. So it's a fun homage movie. Homage. I'm drunk. Homage movie. Homage.
We're not telling you. You have to figure it out.
Yeah. It's homage.
What's the rating for this movie, gentlemen?
I'm disqualified.
You would like this one though, James. I do feel
no, I don't.
You gotta finish this, James.
Yeah, I'll finish it.
That's your punishment. You have to finish this movie.
No, his punishment is about to be spun before we talk about the next movie. Don't be giving him a good funny movie for his punishment.
Hold on. The other I don't even know this must have been from another one of the no, this was from Astro Blaster. I wrote down this quote: "A drummer always does it for the beaver."
They're ripping off, and I love it. Of course, the great Flash Gordon.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Was Jay in this?
Yeah, Jay was in. He was in Sister Sugar Walls. He played the guy who picked her up, stabs him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right in the shoulder.
You're not going to have a Kevin Smith movie without Jay Muse.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's his daughter, the one who played Sister Sugarwalls.
Mm.
Oh.
And the nun with the black eye was his
Mhm.
wife.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, man. You got to listen, James. You're gonna want to finish this. Trust me.
Yeah,
You're gonna-
he put his family in it and everything.
Yeah,
huh?
man.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's in this.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's in this.
That's
Major-
fucking awesome.
What about Major Murder? We didn't even talk about Major Murder.
And he's the cop in the next movie we're talking about. He shows up everywhere.
And that's how they connect. Boom. There you go.
Oh shit, that's right. You guys did used to do connections on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that's right.
We
What-
did, we used to be good at it. Like we used to do it every week. Then we just
I don't know if we were ever good at it. We talked
I don't
about
think
doing it, and then
we were
forgot
never
about
good at
half
it.
the time.
No, because the way we did it was we tried to find fun ways to make the movies connect. It wasn't always like a legitimate way, just because sometimes you're reviewing a movie.
No,
like
because
this.
we'll get through the whole episode and we're so drunk and stoned that we forgot we even tried to do it.
Yeah.
And
And
then
we
we
always
make
say we're
something
gonna
up
do
at the end.
we always say we're gonna do it when we spin the wheel.
Yeah.
But it's a good time to do it because you're segueing to the next movie anyway. So maybe when we start spinning the wheel again. we'll
But
do it.
I liked when I was fucking cracking up where there's the scene where after the three friends fights after getting kicked out of the theater, the one's obsessed with Major Murder, professional wrestler in this, and he meets him in person while he's sitting on a bench thinking about what just happened. And Major Murder breaks character, starts talking like a nerd, like a regular homebody going to see his wife and stuff like that. And he was talking about being a fat kid or something like that when he was in school and stuff and being made fun of. People, I forgot what his name. Something was cow related, like his name, his actual name, or something
his
like
last. I think it was it his last name or something? But it was a type of cow.
Heifer or
Heifer.
Holstein.
Holstein. So it was a type of
Holstein
cow. And then he just started listing off ways kids had made fun of him growing up because it's
His last
like
name.
like Astra ass, a cow themed cruelty, milk tits. Like it was.
Milk tits will got me.
So one thing I learned a long time ago, and it was actually my old co-host Casey, who grew up on a farm. He was telling me about them. Holstein cows are like the white cows with like the black spots and stuff you see.
Okay.
They're the ones that are best for milking, I guess.
Hmm.
And I don't know what the other cows do. I guess meat. So, so like I guess what your milk comes from.
The best I could tell you is chocolate milk is not natural. Chocolate milk does not come out of brown cows.
It doesn't.
Not anymore.
Anymore.
They're all extinct.
That would have been some shit. Chocolate milk. What about strawberry milk? What's that from?
Yeah, where's the strawberry cows?
Does anybody remember Nesquik?
Yeah, I love that shit, man.
That shit's still out there.
But do you remember the old school
with the can?
Cans?
Oh, the can. Yeah.
Yep. It was the oh my god.
Yo, I used to buy the 3. My mom used to buy the 3-pound fucking can, the big giant one.
Tell me, sometimes you wouldn't pop that open if there was strawberry around and like maybe take a spoonful.
Oh, 100%.
Like
100%.
No wonder I had diabetes in my life, but
we didn't know any better as kids.
That was the shit. I loved Nesquik when I was a kid.
Which did you like? Or now, would you use the syrup one at all, or was that more so for ice cream?
No, I didn't. We didn't really have the syrup. We just had we were poor. We just had the powder one.
There you go.
So
that was breakfast.
Mixed it in our water and our milk.
Sir, kaboom! Yeah, I don't remember that.
But I think for this, I'm giving this movie a 6.5.
6.5.
Set, but borderline 7.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Yep. What about you, Mick?
I'll give this one a 7.
7? Yeah, I'm there with you for this one. 7.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards 7.
All right. 7s. And now, well, when James comes back, I will pull the wheel up to spin his punishment, and we can segue on to the next wheel or next movie. But I'm really hoping that he gets something that's just boring as fuck. Like just. I know Mick put some boring ass shit on there.
I thought about Googling most boring movies, but I didn't do that. That probably would have been a good way to fill up the wheel too.
Either that or a musical.
Oh God, fucking musical.
I know there's a musical on there. So hopefully
does it get worse than The Sound of Music?
I don't like musicals in general. The only one I liked was the I don't care for. I mean, I don't hate The Sound of Music, believe it or not. And then the one that I did like was that one with Hugh Jackman.
That one actually, that one wasn't bad.
The Greatest Showman is great.
Yeah. Fucking Cats. That was goddamn awful.
Cats was fucking terrible. I don't remember which one we watched. Was that the 29th, the newer one?
It was the. Yeah. It wasn't the asshole cut. That's for sure.
Night, Chad.
Have a good one, Chad. Yeah, you'll have fun with it. Trust us. Trust me.
Watch Good Boys. That's all. If you're
that's a definite. That's
that's the good shit.
We are at wheel time now, people.
Uh-oh.
James is we got a couple things to spin here.
You guys been honking off a lot lately. What the hell's been going on? Like these past few weeks, what's been going on?
Hashtag honk off.
Hey, I got things going on.
I'm calling it honking off, James.
James pulled a muscle honking off.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what he gets.
Oh, Master of Disguise is on there.
Oh,
I seen that too. Turtle.
It was funny. I was listening to Free Beer and Hot Wings, and they were doing a segment about the worst movies they've ever seen, and Master of Disguise came up.
Damn, I've seen a lot of these movies already.
Battlefield Earth. Is that John Travolta?
Yeah, that's movie so.
Is he gonna get Titanic? If he gets Titanic too, James.
Come on.
There's a sequel to fucking Titanic.
Oh God! Thank God.
The iceberg strikes again.
Yo, if I got Titanic, I think I would have cried.
Battlefield Earth. I'll drop the movie poster in the group chat.
What the fuck was the premise of Titanic 2?
I have no idea.
I think I think I've seen it. I think it's the where they talk about when she's older. She's looking for her necklace or something, right?
No,
or am I wrong?
I have no
idea.
There's no way that's right. I will not believe you. I refuse to believe that.
A cruise liner sets sail on the 100th anniversary of the Titanic's doomed maiden voyage. When a tsunami hurls an iceberg into the ship's path, the crew and passengers struggle to avoid suffering the same fate.
Boom.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
James has his punishment. James just making shit up about Titanic.
So James, in your scenario of the sequel, she gets older and says, "Oh, they're sailing a new Titanic. I'll get on."
I gotta find my necklace.
She lost her necklace, man.
If she was an idiot as an old woman getting on that boat. Like, I'll never get on a boat again. Shit ain't gonna happen.
Facts.
I love it.
Are we spinning for next week's movies? Or what are we doing next week?
No. Next week's movies, I'm doing my birthday picks, and then James is gonna do his the weekend after. So he's pushing his up even sooner.
But happy birthday to Sturdy on Monday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna be doing The Package and Incoming next week. 2 more raunchy movies. And
I've seen Incoming. I haven't seen The Package. Okay.
I haven't seen either one of them, so
me either.
Let's see. I don't know.
I'm not gonna say anything.
So that's what we're doing next week. Hopefully they're hilarious. Hopefully they're as funny as. Oh, I'm hoping at least one of them is as funny as Good Boys, but that's gonna be a tall task because you can ask these guys. As soon as I say,
you want to just do early ratings?
Yes.
Before we jump into anything?
Yes. Let's do early ratings because we're just gonna be going wild with this shit, anyways. James, what's your rating for this one?
9.
Ooh. Chris,
I'm gonna give it a fucking 10 for comedy movie. 10 for a comedy.
Mick,
I'm not just for comedy,
but.
I'm going to also say a coming of age movie.
Yeah.
I think this is a really well done movie. I'm going to give it a 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me, I'm giving it a 10 just because I was literally laughing through this whole fucking movie.
I've watched this twice now, and I laughed probably at least just as much as I did the first time, the second watch through.
And like, fucking. But I was what I was getting at though was as I'm watching this movie, within the first 5 minutes of it, I'm talking to you guys in the group chat because I'm just laughing so fucking hard. Like, what the fuck? This I couldn't stop. After a while, I was like, I gotta put my phone down. We're gonna be discussing this. We're gonna be having a conversation about this. So I have to put my phone down and stop talking about it here. We have to talk about it on the live. But there's some things that's just too funny. We have to.
No, it was hard for me to hold off not texting shit in the group chat as I was watching this because I knew you guys hadn't seen it yet. I'm like, fuck, I need somebody to watch this so I can start talking about it with them.
Yeah.
Just every aspect of this movie. Just for anybody who's like kind of trying to figure out, and I know we're gonna kind of go in a spoiler section, but just watch it. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, the best way I described this movie, because once again, this was brought to my attention on the Popcorn and Pints Twitter, and we'll look up who did it and shout them out next time. I apologize. When I described this to people at work, when I talked about, or a cousin today, when I talked about what this movie was, I said it was super bad with 12-year-olds going to their first kissing party.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect.
That is
Perfect.
and they need to learn how to kiss. But there's all kinds of shit that happens between when they get invited to the party, them trying to learn how to kiss, and then get into the party.
And to say that it's like Superbad because it's made by the same guys who made Superbad,
Yeah.
so written and everything. So the only thing I'll say is like there's a lot of beats in this that we see in Superbad. We see the cop beat in the convenience store.
Yep.
Dealing with alcohol, underage, and more. And we see so many other things that kind of shine through. Like the frat party is clearly the party he goes to with the crazy people when he's trying to get the detergent bottles out of there. So
yeah, there's 3 friends. One's obsessed with trying to get there to get to the end party to meet a girl.
Yeah.
So
but they transfer it well. Like the story elements were well written into this. I thought they did better, in my opinion.
Right off the bat, when the dad, Will Forte, walks in as the dad on his son, who is just enhancing the breasts on a video game customization because he is about to jerk off in his room.
But can we shine a light on the fact that this kid, to give himself an early warning indication, tied 2 ends of the string from a bedpost to his doorknob with the door open in.
The door opens in. I'm like, I see this. His dad finally opens the door, which that part there where his dad talks to him about masturbating and then like talking to the mother about like, hey, he's masturbating over here. My little boy's growing up, basically.
I'm just so proud you're growing up.
Oh my god!
Can I tell you the favorite line from the dad in that movie?
Will Forte.
I know what you get grounded.
No, I think I know what you're gonna say. Hold on, let him say it. I'm pretty sure I know what you're gonna say.
Me too.
I will always love you, but I no longer like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fucked up.
And he says it so direct in his face too. There was no letting up on that.
No. By the way, hashtag Beanbag Boys for life.
Beanbag Boys for life. Yo, it was funny when he was like, "Do you know why we call each other why we're the Beanbag Boys?" You're like, "Because you have beanbags." Like, yeah,
that was it. That was the whole story.
Yeah,
like it was some unique thing. I love that was the whole story though, and the reason why I love it was the whole story because that is such like a boy/guy thing. Like,
yeah,
why do you guys call yourselves that? Oh, well, we're all wearing orange shirts.
We think it's a cool story and shit. Yeah, we all have beanbags.
Yeah. Females have something so deep and beautiful, but it'd be bad. Look, that story's way too long. We just all got beanbag boys. Boom.
This is nonstop laughs from like 5 minutes in until the end. But
it takes you in so many directions too.
It does. There's just so much shit going on. Lucas is the black kid in this with Thor and Max, the 2 little white boys. His parents telling him he's getting divorced by giving him his favorite foods.
That was funny.
He's like, we're gonna have 2 of everything, just at separate houses now. Like that was fucking cracking me up. Mick fucking said in the group chat that he was dying when there's a choir scene where they're saying, I don't even know I don't recall what they were singing in the choir scene.
I think it was an upbeat song. I don't think it was a sad song. He's just
it was
crying.
an upbeat song, but Lucas is fucking crying while he's singing the song. Mick's laughing about Mick's texting in the group chat how fucking funny it is. Childhood trauma is the funniest thing out there.
Yes, but the kid pulls it off, man, because they're all singing. The one kid, Thor, is all into singing. He's like dancing, singing, and the other kid's just staring at the girl. But this poor kid, Lucas, who is the best actor in this movie, hands down, is just in tears because the scene before his parents told him to get the my favorite fucking line in this is, and out of all of them, and there's doozies everywhere. This one was when he finally tells his friends, "My parents are getting a divorce," and Thor looks at him and goes, "What'd you do?"
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that was a good one. I was waiting for
Holy shit.
No joke. There's so many jokes in this. So,
oh my god,
the three friends, and that all happens before they even get invited to the kissing party.
Know, it's wild.
They're not even like the main point of the movie hasn't even happened yet.
No.
So much has happened. This kid gets nicknamed. They do the singing thing. His parents get into divorce. Dude, there's so many things about this movie. Chris, you were the only one talking to me this morning when I was watching it, and I even said, I was like, I'm not prepared for reason for this highway scene because it was very intense. And then immediately you get into the mall scene, and then it like jumps into like the dad scene. Oh,
yeah,
much stuff in it.
Fucking sippy cup. By the way, before they get invited to the kids' party, the three best friends meeting the cool kids in the woods, trying to be talked into drinking their first beer. Thor, the chubby white kid, can't do it, so they started calling him Sippy Cup. It's like first day of 6th grade, and he's complaining that he's already called Sippy Cup.
Yes.
He quit singing.
He quits singing, which he loves.
Yeah.
It's like a middle school Hugh Jackman. He loves theater and singing.
Yeah.
Oh, one day.
All in one day.
A lot happens in one day, I guess.
Oh shit! That was the worst day of his life.
It was. But then they get invited to the kissy party, the kissing party.
Well, technically, only the one kid got invited, and then they let him bring his friends.
Yeah, he talked him into it.
But one of my favorite scenes in this movie is when they Google porn.
Oh my gosh!
Trying to figure out how to kiss because none of these kids have kissed a girl. So they end up Googling porn after they mistype it the first time, by the way, which was a fun little side joke. But then they Google porn. They don't know what they're about to see, or at least the extent of it. And they're watching the video. They're in shock. And my favorite, no joke, this might be my favorite subtle, low-key joke in the movie, is where fucking Lucas, the black kid, goes, "Is that what happens when you get a stepmom?" Where they're watching the porn movie. Like, no joke. I think that might be my favorite low-key joke in the movie.
I forgot he said that.
Yeah, me too.
It landed, and it was just so perfectly placed and nonchalant as they kept going.
Oh.
Like I had to fucking pause the movie the first time because I couldn't stop laughing.
That was so fucking.
This movie right here, I feel like down the road we need to watch again. I'm gonna save it, but we need to do a watch party for it. Is all I'm gonna say. Because this is a watch party worthy movie. This is a funny fucking movie, and it's one of those ones that's even funnier watching it with people, like amongst people who have liked sense of humor. Oh no, I was gonna say what I did like about this too was like how you had like little adventure type with the kids. but just like that. But just a nonsense story. Just this.
Well,
all this crap. Well, I'm saying like all the shit that happened in that story is not gonna happen.
Yo, the whole thing about getting the drone back with the fucking, they got the drugs, they got the Molly on them, man. Lucas is ratting out everything in every scene. He's like, he's like a narc.
Look at the series of events that happens in it, though. Like
one scene I really loved is when they're running from the girls. Running down, they're going down the stairs. Lucas crashes, hits the side of the truck. And then the other part where the other guys, where the other kid's like, she's trying to touch my penis or something.
that's her babysitter. She's trying to.
Oh my god! And she's like, what? No, and what made that scene even funnier is how she runs and then just jumps in the truck with the other.
She said, go.
She had like the T-1000 run going and everything.
She did. She did.
Oh shit!
It was so fucking funny. And then like she bolts and jumps through the car window and says, "Go." I've done that. But I'll tell you what. The series of events that unfolds in this for them, like looking up porn on the internet, realizing they're not going to find out kissing that way. So then their next fucking thing is let's spy on the hot neighbor, watch her kiss.
Well, you're skipping a very important setup. First off, they finish the porn, and then they're dismayed that there was no kissing. It's like, you didn't even kiss her; he only licked her asshole or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Thor's like, my parents have a CPR doll that we can.
Oh shit!
God.
That we can pretend that we can.
Oh wow, we skipped that whole.
We skipped the CPR doll.
Stephen Merchant was fucking amazing. Oh my god.
So they go up and Max. It's a sex doll that Thor's parents have. That is,
they don't know what it is because they're young. They don't know anything about it.
They're calling it a CPR doll. Max does his first kiss on it and then comes away as like, why are lips so sticky? Oh, there's a hair.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
And then I'll just say this: I know it was later in the movie, but off of that scene because of the sex doll, it comes back again. Is when they were gonna sell that card to the one dude. He comes,
Stephen Merchant.
He was like, "Are you a pedophile?" He was like, "No."
No, they came to the door with dildos and everything as weapons.
That's like, my parents have weapons. So we're safe. And it turns out to be fucking sex toys.
There's a fucking gimp mask on.
Anal beads. He gave that chick as a necklace.
Like these nunchucks smell like shit.
When he gets into her to put around his neck, her neck.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I'll put this on later.
Oh fuck.
Yo.
But when that dude comes to the door to buy that card off of them,
yeah,
you look like more of a pedophile than anybody I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, one of my favorite lines in this is like when they're talking about like like, I've never kissed anyone before. Neither have I. I've had sex before, but I've never kissed a girl. And he says it with such bravado.
Confident, yeah. This confident.
Well, when the kids go back to try to get their drone from the two girls, because the girls fucking took their drone when they caught it spying on them. And the girls call the kids, the three boys, like misogynists, that they hate women. And Lucas is like, my mom's my best friend. And Thor looks at him all dismayed. He's like, I thought I was your best friend. But then they fucking leave with the girl's purse that has all her stuff, her cell phone, and the Molly in it. Yeah. And they're looking through the stuff back at like Max's house. And he pulls out a tampon. He's like, girls shove that up their butthole to stop babies from coming out. An 8th grader told me that.
And then it cuts to Lucas, who's like, science is weird.
The human body is so crazy.
Yeah, that whole freaking
the scene that I'm trying to open the bottle is fine.
Oh, dude, that was the running joke in this movie is they can't open the fucking childproof bottle.
Oh my god, was that fucking? And he sold it perfectly. Where he's just like, and he's like getting so frustrated.
But another thing I liked about Lucas's character is every time they were around the chicks after they found out about those drugs, he kept lecturing them about it.
Yeah, he should be doing drugs and shit.
I did love that they were genuinely like good boys. Like they weren't shitty kids like out there trying to do the thing. Like he was actually like they wanted to keep the drugs away to keep them.
They
safe.
wanted to keep the drugs off the street, but one of the best parts about that is they thought it was specifically sex drugs because they don't know the difference between drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Molly, but they thought it was like some kind of sex drug.
Yes, because when Lucas knocked his shoulder out the socket, they're like, "Why don't we just give him some of the drugs?" Like, no, because they're trying to have sex with us.
Yeah. Or the part where they're going to throw it, get rid of it, throw it in the woods. They said, "What about if a fox gets in and they fuck a squirrel?"
No,
holy shit! All right, can we talk about the drug scenes for a second? So, I have to talk about the scene in the convenience store and where they lose it. Because I definitely want to get to a point where we talk about they have to go get more from the drug dealer.
Yeah.
Because both of those scenes are so fucking hilarious.
Yes, they are.
Oh
my gosh.
They're like one of the two best scenes in the fucking movie.
Dude, so no grilled cheese then?
Yo, everything that's funny. When they came in, they ended up finding out that girl is related to one of the kids.
Yeah.
One of those girls related to the boy who threw on the party and all this shit.
Yeah.
No, but the fucking cop scene.
That shit was hilarious. That cop just wanted to go home. He didn't give a fuck.
The three kids are in the convenience store trying to get after Lucas slams into the truck and his shoulder's dislocated. They try to get him some children's
that scene was fucking hilarious.
Children's aspirin or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. So they're in the convenience store. This cop comes in complaining about how he's had such a long day, doesn't want to fill out any paperwork. Fucking Thor is trying to steal a bottle of beer which he has shoved in his pants.
Dude, flagrantly too.
Flagrantly.
And when he hands it to him, he pulls it. He's like, "What do you got in there?" And he pulls it out, and he's like, "I got a big dick too."
Oh man.
And then Lucas can't handle the stress and tells the cop they have drugs.
Yep.
Oh, that kid, he can't help himself.
His reactions every time, just like, oh.
The cop doesn't want to do anything. And then when they go running out and they trap him in there because they put the dildo in the fucking door.
They locked the door with the dildo.
And the cop's just like, what the fuck?
Dude.
Oh shit.
Oh, he can't even go home. Like, yeah, freaking. Oh, and the scab scene. There's just too much in this.
There's so much
things in this. This reminds me in a way of like there's so many memorable things in it that are funny, like Super Troopers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Aaron wasn't a Super Troopers fan.
No, but like you can at least see there's like a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
It's just over the top ridiculous, but in the best way possible. Throughout this entire hour and like 40 minutes.
You know what I think works with this movie came out in 2019. I mean, a lot of the humor is still funny. You know what I mean? Versus like a movie that came out in the early 90s with certain humor in it, or the early 2000s, certain humor in it is just not funny.
One of the quotes I wrote down. So when the drone's destroyed, they need to get the money to buy a new drone, and they convince Lucas to sell his Pokemon card for like $600. They have, what's the actor's name, Mick?
Stephen Merchant.
Stephen Merchant coming over. He plays a nerd it's going to buy the Pokemon card. Eventually leaves with the CPR doll, the sex doll, which he pays them for. But
I would have paid $1,000.
No, but they're talking about meeting a stranger to sell merchandise. And I forgot, I don't even know who says it, but they're worried, and that's when they pull out, and that's when Thor's like, my parents have weapons upstairs that he found, and that's when they pull out the sex toys because they think they're weapons. But
so funny.
But one of them's like, he can't molest all three of us. He's like, all he needs is one.
Like, I don't know how we didn't.
I fucking paused it again. Like I had to pause it just till I stopped laughing and wrote that down.
Oh man,
I'm pulling the scene back up.
It's so fucking good. So what? It was nonstop. The frat party. Not the frat party. I mean, when they go to the fucking
when they go to the fucking frat house. Man.
Yeah, the frat house to get the drugs. Oh my god, that shit was so funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and he ends up leaving with robbing him with the freaking paintball gun.
There's like lighting people up the paintballs and shit.
He's lighting them up with the paintball gun. Fucking Lucas flips a college student over onto the paintball table. It goes crashing through it. Thor is smashes the fucking wooden board over another guy. And then they go running out to the car telling the girls to fucking drive.
Oh my god. Is that when he got punched in the face?
Yeah, Thor gets punched in the face by a college kid.
Yeah.
He took it pretty good.
Dude, when he pulls out the fuck, he's like, I got it right here. And he pulls out the fucking thing and he's like, I don't know, man. I'm crazy. I'm gonna kiss my future wife. He's just like, and he's going off, and the guy's like, whatever, dude. I don't care. And he shoots him right in the fucking eye. It's so good.
Well, Mick, you mentioned you were too sleep deprived and stoned for the car scene, or when they're trying to cross the highway. What about when the cars start crashing and the sex doll goes flying out the window with Steven Merchant?
We're murdered. Oh no, it's just our CPR doll.
Oh, that's fucking CPR doll.
Oh,
do I look like a pedophile? And they're just
yeah,
that's absolutely 100,000%.
He's like, you look more like a pedophile than anybody I've ever seen in my life. That's some shit.
And then he's like, no, I'm a cool guy.
Oh my god!
I wrote down the quote that Mick already brought up when we talked about the father-son. I will always love you because you are my son, but I no longer like you.
Yep, that's out there. He thinks he's doing good with the fucking piloting of the drone. He thinks he's making a smooth landing. He tore up the whole fucking house. Right, going through that whole house, just breaking shit. Yeah,
like that part was fucking funny because they didn't think about that at all. Like, how is this gonna get in? It's gonna beat us to the house. Or how's it gonna get inside the house? Let's just crash it through the window and land it.
No, it goes through the chimney. He's like, I know my house blind, and just there's the scene of the drone just tearing everything up.
Pillows, fucking vases, fucking flowers, everything, just tearing shit apart.
Mick, do your sons have that confidence that they know their house that well to fly?
I could do this blindfold, or I could do this with my eyes closed.
Oh, that's just so funny.
Like
that was hilarious.
Yeah, but and then from there they kind of go into the montage.
Real quick, Chris. But after all that happened, right? His dad calls him, "Hey, Dad, did you get home safe?"
Yeah.
Oh shit!
He was all cocky. He thought he did it. He was like, "I'm good."
Yeah. He's like, "Say I love you."
Yeah.
I'd say I love you, Dad. I need to hear it.
I need to hear
it. I was like, oh, that hurt.
Yo, they really pushed the limits on the fucking kid trauma shit. It's funny though. It's fucking.
Man. Like it's those type of comedies that we need. It's the type of comedies that it's a comedy. It's a movie. Fucking watch it or don't.
Well, what's cool is at that point when they go to wrap up the movie, the kids have a big argument after that because the one kid's still obsessed with getting to the kissing party because he's obsessed with Brixley, the girl.
Yeah.
So they get in the big fight, but then you have the little montage where Max kind of takes the blame for everything that happened. So Thor and Lucas don't get in trouble. First off, Lucas's parents just don't even believe the shit he's telling them. because they are trying to be so positive about the divorce. That was fucking funny. He's like, "You're fibbing to me right now." He's like, "I'm not fibbing."
Which I can kind of see because it's just like, all right, we're getting a divorce. He's upset, so he's just gonna say anything to maybe try to because he thinks his third.
And he's always good.
Yeah,
he never does anything wrong.
But I like how he joined the scabs out of it. He was like,
yeah, the movie wrapped like the montage at the end.
Oh, the song was awesome.
Well, they go to the kissing party first. They're playing Truth or Dare. They get to the kissing party. The friendship kind of renews. They play Spin the Bottle because Max wants to kiss Brixley. Bottle lands on Thor. He can't do it because he knows how Max feels. So that's how they kind of fix their friendship. And then Max just tells Brixley they want to kiss. He wants to kiss her. They do. And then they're kind of a couple. And then they go into like the musical montage at the end, which is fantastic.
Because before all that though, Chris, after Chris kisses the Brixley chick, he was with her for a little bit. Then he just has a different chick like every couple.
That's during the montage.
Yeah, that's during the montage.
That's like his friend that's trying to set him up with Brixley throughout the movie.
But the little joke that's there that I loved was that at the end of it when they're at that party, and I won't give away too much because I know you're telling it, but he says to him, he's just like, "So is your punishment over?" He's like, "Yeah, ended yesterday." So he's had 2 girlfriends in the time get out of punishment. He was in love with the first one.
Yeah,
so funny.
No,
so perfectly thought.
Because they set up because Thor gets back into music at the end of this because he realizes he shouldn't have been scared off.
Oh my god, that concert!
And he's in the middle school play of fucking Rock of Ages or whatever it is, and they're singing. What is it?
That's a adaptation because
adaptation
added the cocaine.
Yeah, it's an adaptation of like Rock of Ages. They're singing Foreigners. I want to know what love is. They're doing fake drugs.
Oh my god!
In the fucking middle school, like snorting pixie sticks. Well, they're doing this montage, like 2-week montage of Max being with Brixley, breaking up with Brixley, dating the friend that set them up in the first place, breaking up with her and crying, and then the 2 girls are walking behind him holding hands.
Yeah. Holding hands, skipping
crying on that park.
Yeah,
he's crying. They're skipping, holding hands.
Yeah, they're skipping, holding hands, and then he's with a 3rd girl by the time this is in the audience for this fucking school assembly.
Yeah,
and that's when he talks about it.
She looks like a skater chick.
Yeah.
I don't even know where she came from.
This movie.
That's the only sad part about this movie, man. Their friendship kind of did separate, like the older girl said. Bing Bag Boys separated to different.
Yeah, but they were. I don't
like though. That was true though.
But they're. I mean, I feel like they fixed things enough back at the party before they go into that like ending montage. Like they're all there. Like Thor knows he's not going to kiss Brixley because Max is into her. And that kind of fixes that. They don't, and then there's like the catch up at the end of that montage a little bit. But then this movie, you're like, you have no idea what's coming, how they wrap this up when they introduce the fucking sex swing.
That is hilarious. Perfect ending.
Like it's all 3 friends reconvene and like reignite their friendship. I don't even remember how it came up. But Thor's like, my parents have this swing in their room.
Yeah, they're like, let's go check it out for old time's sake, like Bing Bag Boys for life. So they ran up there.
And then it's a little montage of the like 3 boys just enjoying fucking swinging on
it, having fun. They're like, woo! Then the sister comes in.
Thor's little sister's like, that swing's for sexing.
Sex on that.
People have sex on that, and they're like,
that's the movie.
Perfect.
Perfect ending.
Gosh, man, that movie was so
funny. Aaron, put this as a 10. Never mind. I'm raising it. I have to because I can't help. I'm just remembering watching it, and I watched it alone. My wife was gone. I'm just sitting here, and I had it on, and I was laughing so much. I could not believe how funny that movie was.
James was fucking messaging me the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, dude, because you're the only one that watched it. So I was like, I had to say something. I got to talk to somebody. I was like, this shit is too funny.
It was hilarious, and I love
Non-stop.
when we get these type of movies when they're this too. I love when we get these type of movies to where everybody on the show finds them fucking hilarious, and this is one of those. Oh my goodness.
I recommended this to my cousin today when we were at the bar having lunch. I'm like, you got to watch, because I told him we were doing this. I'm like, you got to watch this movie. I'm like,
hell yeah.
Even if you have to pay $4 or whatever it is to rent this is by far worth the $4.
It's definitely worth it.
It's definitely if you're into comedy, if you are into Superbad or just fucking coming of age type raunchy type comedies, like this is right up your fucking alley.
Easily.
Yeah.
Because there's no way any of us at 12 years old was not in some kind of relatable aspect to this.
Easily. Hell yeah. Just getting into shit, doing stupid shit. I mean, we're grown, we still do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Not just in different ways. And I just love I love when a movie's supposed to be a comedy, it's actually fucking funny. And this was just funny all the way through. Even though there was a lot of over the top stuff, but it worked. It worked perfectly fine.
I don't know why this just popped in my head. The scene where after the girls take the drone and Max is like, what am I going to tell my dad? And Thor smashes the flower pot, telling him it's a break-in and it's going to just fucking destroy everything. Like they broke in and took it.
Oh, man.
And actually, the funny part is, could have said that.
Mm-hmm.
Still could have said that. Like, because it broke and then the drone was just sitting there and like whatever. You just be like, okay, somebody must have broke in, Dad. Look, this pot's broken. Like it's a stretch, but like you had to be like, Dad, I wasn't even home at school today. Like
but the dad was so proud of catching his son masturbating that he was growing up.
I would have been like, Dad, I stayed at Thor's house last night and I haven't even been home yet. What happened? Is everything okay?
You were just you're just cheering for me earlier.
You got to pull Shaggy on this situation and be like, Dad, everything all right? Dude, Jesus.
This movie was just fucking hysterical.
It really was. It was
I'll watch this a third time. If I have the opportunity to watch this with somebody that has not watched it yet, I will sit down, open a beer, and watch this again.
I would definitely watch this
because I want to see. I want to see the reaction of people watching this that have not seen it before.
Yeah, I feel. Oh man, I wish we could have did this as a watch party together before we reviewed this one, because this one was fucking. Oh my god, it was one of those. It was one of those where like, as much as we all laughed by ourselves watching this, a group watch would have been even. I don't want to say Helen Keller-esque, Helen Keller Night Wolves-esque, but that's another watch party right there we got to do.
I still got to watch that. Yeah.
Well, Chris, we'll set up a watch party. You can watch that. We'll do that. Boom. Holy fuck! Seriously, all people, if you haven't seen Good Boys, go see Good Boys. Both movies were good, but this shit was just fucking hilarious. If you want to see something that's gonna make you laugh your ass off, if you're into the type of humor that we're into, which you watch our show, so you kind of know how we are, you will be in tears watching this by your fucking self, because I was.
I want to take that a little step farther, because I even told my wife we need to watch this, and she's not into that like super hardcore humor, like the sex humor and stuff like that. And I told her about this, and I'm like, the good thing about this is like, above it all, with all those jokes and stuff, like there's a good heart to the story.
There is.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing Seth Rogen has done well in his writing, at least when he makes these kinds of comedies. There is a little heart behind it. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's a raunchy movie just to be raunchy or anything like that by any means.
It's almost like these kids discovering some raunchy things, but they're like great kids. These are really good kids.
Yeah, the fact that like Lucas ends up as one of the scabs is fucking hysterical, inappropriate, and
they make the right choices.
They make the right, Like they take the drugs from the girls, and
funny when they were getting chased by the girls.
Like they take the drugs from the girls, and they're concerned about the drugs getting out into the environment. And so I'm like
they really are. They're just like, if my kid is acting like this out there, I'm like, he's a good kid. Like that's a good thing. I like that. I hope he's not discovering everything they're discovering. I really hope he's not think it's okay. Like, I mean, I have to do my job, but like, they're good kids. I'm saying like there are things about the parents that are wrong for sure. Like, hey, maybe don't go buy drugs. Maybe get a parent when some shit goes down like this. Don't feel too scared or some shit like that. Although that dad, I'm always gonna. I don't like you.
I love you, but I don't like you right now.
I love you, but I don't like you right now.
You're my son, and I love you, but I don't like you.
Oh, that's crazy.
What a fucking film.
Nuts.
What a movie. Again, if you have not seen this, watch this fucking movie and get a good laugh. Everybody can always use a good laugh.
Yes.
Anything else you guys want?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right, gentlemen. Well, people, links are in the description. Check out the Scene Snobs. Check out Horror Research 30. Check out Popcorn and Pints. Check out Stories from a Bar.
Sippy cup.
Sippy cup.
Hashtag Civic Cup.
Yes. But thanks for popping by, people. And